Before we start, we want to thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy this special episode written by our team. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Layla gripped the cold iron bars of the window, staring down at the overgrown ruins of the old oak tree. 4 years had passed since she'd made the harrowing bargain with the ghostly apparition of Eleanor Blackwood. 4 years of unease, watchful nights, and the creeping fear that the restless spirit might return to reclaim what was hers. Yet spring had turned to summer, then to autumn, and now winter, and the old oak remained stubbornly lifeless, until today. For as Layla watched, a single tiny leaf, green and vibrant, unfurled on the barren branches. Hope, tentative and fragile as new life, stirred within her. Could it be? Had the curse, the ancient curse that haunted this house, truly lifted? Or was this just another trick of the ghosts that made this house their home? Visuals. Slow pan across the stark, leafless branches of the old oak tree. Frozen on the right side of the screen, a single green leaf unfurls. Layla's face, pale and drawn, appears framed in the window, her eyes wide with a mixture of apprehension and hope. Sounds. Wind rustling through bare branches. Distant, mournful cry of a crow. The soft, steady beat of Layla's own heartbeat. These 4 years had been the longest of her life. The vivid, traumatic memories of Eleanor and the manor, its former inhabitants that had been forced upon her, were now a dim, unsettling undercurrent. Gone was the once fiery, determined young woman who'd impulsively purchased the derelict estate on a whim. In her place stood a hollow shell, her spirit broken, her laughter silenced, her eyes haunted. She moved through the vast, echoing halls like a ghost, tending to the neglected gardens, finding solace in the living things, the only things that seemed unaffected by the darkness within these 4 walls. Even her closest friends had given up on her, believing her lost forever to the clutches of Blackwood Manor. Only Tom, her elderly neighbor, with his quiet understanding and gentle concern, remained a steadfast presence, a reminder of the life she'd once lived before the manor had swallowed her whole. Visuals. A series of shots showing the passing seasons, and Layla's solitude. Her planting bulbs in the spring, the summer sun glinting off her damp skin as she waters the thirsty soil, the vibrant colors of autumn leaves reflected in her tear-filled eyes, the bare branches of winter scratching at the frozen sky. All the while, she is alone. Then, one day, Layla discovered a hidden compartment in the manor's library containing Eleanor's diary. It offered a glimpse into the heart and mind of the woman whose spirit had become entwined with Layla says. The entries, filled with Eleanor's elegant script, chronicled not only the doomed romance with Seamus, but also the dark, brooding presence of Lord Blackwood, a man whose power seemed absolute, whose favor was a dangerous game. The diary hinted at a curse, an ancient evil that festered within these very walls, claiming its victims one by one. It was a trail leading to the chilling truth, a revelation that threatened to shatter Layla's already fractured sanity. With each passing day, Layla became more like Eleanor, moving with a grace that wasn't her own. Her skin grew paler, her eyes took on an ethereal quality, and her reflection in the glass seemed to waver, overlaid with the image of the woman who'd lived here a century ago. She found herself instinctively reaching for the diary, continuing Eleanor's final entry in the same elegant script, writing her thoughts and feelings as if they were Eleanor's. One chilling entry read, "He is close. I can feel his dark gaze upon me even now. I am but a puppet in his grand design, dancing for his amusement, until the final curtain falls and I join the chorus of his despair. Layla shuddered, recognizing the lines as her own. Sounds. The mournful Irish dirge rises and falls around her, weaving between the turning pages of the diary. Faint whispers of "my lord, my love" seem to emanate from the very walls. Her only moments of clarity came in desperate flashes, often triggered by the sight of Seamus's skeleton in the cellar, or the lingering scent of his pipe tobacco, a detail from the letters. In these moments, Eleanor's memories would surface, not just of love, but of Lord Blackwood's brutal rage, his discovery of their affair, and Seamus's agonizing capture. Layla saw it all through Eleanor's eyes. Shamus dragged to the cellar, executed by hanging, not by Lord Blackwood himself, but by his loyal, terrified servants under duress. The maid's ghost, Aoife, Seamus's mother, manifested more clearly now, her form flickering with desperate urgency. She was no longer just a warning. She was a guide. Through visions projected into Layla's tortured mind, Aoife revealed the full, agonizing truth. She herself had been captured and killed by Lord Blackwood's men when she came searching for Seamus, her body dumped in the manor's forgotten well. Her desperate attempts to save Eleanor were an act of a mother trying to protect her grandchild. Now, her entire purpose was focused on saving Layla, the last echo of her bloodline's torment, who unknowingly bore the striking resemblance to her granddaughter Eleanor. The visions were terrifying, yet crucial. They gave Layla glimpses of the manor's forgotten past, particularly the cryptic journals of the first Lady Isabella, the one who disappeared without a trace. Through Isabella's words, Layla learned of the dark bargain struck by Lord Blackwood, a pact with an ancient evil that allowed him to bind the souls of those he deemed unworthy to the manor itself. Visuals. Rapid, chaotic montage of images shown to Layla. Lady Isabella defiantly resisting Lord Blackwood's advances, being dragged beneath the ancient oak tree. The first Lady Isabella, cloaked and ethereal, standing at the foot of the gallows, where Seamus was hanged. The second Lady Isabella kneeling before a dark altar, in the cellar her face obscured by shadows. With each passing day, the line between Layla and Eleanor blurred. Layla's face, sometimes caught in the mirror, was overlaid with Eleanor's ethereal features. Her eyes, once a clear blue, became a haunting gray, swirling with the depths of ancient sorrow. Her skin took on an unhealthy pallor, her movements a disturbing grace. Layla could feel the manor's dark influence growing, warping her into something that was half Eleanor, half Layla, but neither truly whole. The knowledge of the curse spurred her on. She delved deeper into the manor's secrets, driven by a desperate need to understand, to break the cycle of despair that had trapped so many before her. In the attic, amidst the dust-covered trunks and forgotten relics, she found more diaries, more clues, and with them, more of Eleanor's story. Layla pieced together the truth of Eleanor's demise, the chilling tale of betrayal, murder, and the cruel whims of fate that had bound her to this forsaken place. Sounds. The Irish dirge swells, mingling with the distant, disembodied whispers of past victims. The rhythmic creak of the old house settling, almost like a heartbeat. But it was in the cellar, the dank, shadowed heart of the house, that the final confrontation occurred. Layla, now a tormented fusion of herself and Eleanor, faced the full force of the manor's evil. The air grew thick and suffocating as she descended the creaking stairs, the smell of damp earth and decay heavy in her nostrils. The black mirror, shrouded in cobwebs, pulsed with a faint, malevolent light, beckoning her closer. She walked into its glow, and vivid, terrifying memories flooded her mind. She witnessed Lord Blackwood performing the dark ritual over Seamus's dead body, binding his soul to the manor. She saw the First Lady Isabella defying his advances, then being brutally taken away. She experienced the anguish of unnamed women, their fates sealed beneath the shadow of the Blackwood name. Beside her, Eowulf's ethereal form flickered, her spectral hand pointing to the wedding ring under Seamus's skeleton. With a surge of defiance, both Layla's and Eleanor's, she reached for it. Her fingers closed around the gold medal, and a new memory surged into her mind, sharper, more terrifying. The exact incantation Lord Blackwood had used to bind the souls of the unworthy and curse the women who loved them. Sounds. The air fills with overlapping whispers, the cries of past victims, Lord Blackwood's guttural incantations, and Eowulf's desperate pleas. The Irish dirge swells. And now, you know the rest of the story. See you next time. Bye.